Dalkania Man-Eater the First Strikes. Dalkania was a small village on the edge of a dense, dark forest. For years, villagers had lived in peace with the jungle, taking only what they needed and never venturing too far. But one summer, that peace was shattered. It started with a single disappearance. A young man named Ramesh went into the forest early in the morning to collect firewood. He never returned. The villagers searched until sunset but found nothing, no footprints, no broken branches, no sign of a struggle, just silence. By night, a faint, chilling sound drifted from the jungle, the low growl of a predator that did not belong in their village. The next morning, his body was found at the edge of the forest. His neck had been crushed. Deep marks on his chest and arms suggested a massive predator had attacked with terrifying precision. There were no scratches on nearby trees, no paw prints, only the cruel signs of a skilled hunter. Fear took hold immediately. Doors were bolted shut at sunset. Children stayed inside. Men armed themselves with sticks and axes, but even that felt useless against something that had learned to strike without warning. The villagers whispered a single word in fear: Man-Eater. Oh, and from that day on, no one in Dalkania slept easily. The forest was watching, and it had tasted human blood. After Ramesh's death, the villagers of Dalkania were gripped by terror. Within a few nights, more people vanished. A shepherd was dragged from his path while returning home. A woodcutter disappeared from a familiar trail. Each time, there was no struggle, only blood-stained soil and drag marks leading back into the jungle. The forest had changed. The man-eater was no ordinary tiger. It had learned to avoid traps and bait. It ignored cattle, goats, and wild animals. It hunted humans exclusively. One night, a group of villagers decided to patrol the forest edge together. Armed with torches and axes, they moved cautiously along the narrow paths. Every sound seemed amplified. Every shadow looked alive. Then came the growl, a low, guttural sound that shook the ground beneath them. From the darkness, the tiger emerged. Its fur was matted, scarred from previous fights. Its eyes glowed in the torchlight, and it moved with terrifying intelligence. Without warning, it leapt at one of the men. His scream lasted only a few seconds before the beast dragged him into the forest. The others fired their rifles, but the tiger vanished into the trees as silently as it had appeared. By morning, only pieces of torn clothing remained. The villagers understood the truth. The Dalkania Man-Eater was hunting them, and it was patient, smart, and merciless. The forest, once a source of life, had become a nightmare. Night after night, villagers stayed awake behind locked doors, torches burning, praying they would survive. But the predator was waiting, watching, planning its next attack. By now, Dalkania was a village gripped by terror. Men slept with weapons in hand. Women and children stayed inside after sunset. Fires burned through the night to keep the darkness at bay. The attacks had grown bolder. The tiger no longer waited at the forest edge. It came closer to homes. Sometimes it struck before dawn. The government sent a professional hunter to track the beast. He studied the attack sites and the bodies left behind. His grim conclusion: this tiger was old and injured. One of its canines was broken, a result of a past fight. It could no longer hunt deer or wild boar. Humans, slow and predictable, had become its new prey. The hunter set a bait near the area where most attacks had occurred. He waited in the shadows, listening. Hours passed. The jungle was unnaturally silent. Then, a deep, low growl echoed. Glowing eyes appeared. The tiger stepped forward, massive and scarred, its fur matted with old blood. It lunged at the bait. The hunter fired. The first shot hit its shoulder. The tiger roared in fury and pain, charging again despite the injury. The hunter fired a second shot, aiming for its heart. The tiger collapsed, shaking violently, before lying still. It was massive, scarred from old battles, and its broken teeth told the story of years spent surviving in the wild. Relief spread through the village, but fear did not fully leave. Even years later, elders warned children not to wander near the forest after sunset. Not because the tiger might still be alive, but because the jungle remembered. The deaths had left a mark on Dalkania. The villagers had learned that nature could turn against them when pushed too far. The forest was patient, silent, and capable of horrors no human could predict. The Dalkania Man-Eater became a story told in hushed whispers, a warning that survival, pain, and injury could create a predator more cunning than any ordinary animal. It was a reminder that humans are not always the hunters. Sometimes they are the prey. Tigers are powerful predators, but normally they avoid humans. So why do some tigers become man-eaters? There are a few main reasons. 1. Injury or old age. Sometimes a tiger loses its teeth or injures a leg. Hunting fast prey like deer or boar becomes impossible. Humans, being slower and easier to catch, become their target. 2. Loss of natural habitat. When forests are cut down or villages expand, tigers lose their hunting grounds. They may enter human settlements in search of food. Scarcity of prey. If wild animals are too few, tigers may be forced to hunt livestock or humans to survive. 4. Learned behavior. Some tigers learn that humans are easy prey and continue hunting them repeatedly, becoming what we call man-eaters. It's important to respect wildlife. Avoid entering tiger territory alone, and always follow safety rules in forested areas. Awareness can save lives. If you found this story fascinating and want more true wildlife tales, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chilling story from the wild.